Hey Sagittarius, I hope you're doing fantastic. This is Dark Dove Tarot. This is your January 2019 read. 2019, I can't believe we're already there. All right, so if you've seen my channel, you know that my reads are about love and anybody looking to reconcile. Now, single love. I have not, excuse me, I've been sick. I have not been able to get out couples reads. The people who contact me the most for clarification, private reads, etc., are generally, single or looking for, clarification on their reconciliation. So, again, this read is not for couples. This is for singles and anybody looking for reconciliation. So, I'll try to see about getting couples reads out this month, but I can't, or at some point, but I can't guarantee it just because, like I said, my main focus is on singles and reconciliation. All right, so any likes, comments, subscribes, etc. greatly appreciated. If you want a private read, the information is in the description below, and I do like to reiterate that because it is in the description. If I forget it in one video, it's in another video, but I get emails daily asking me about that, and yeah, so it is down below for your access. All right, let's see what's going on for Sagittarius, January 2019. Keep in mind, this is general, so check your sun, moon, and rising. Hopefully this resonates with everybody, but obviously it's general, so a lot of times those other signs will give you more clarification or add a little more clarification to your month. All right, so let's see what's going on for Sagittarius. I'm going to pull your theme of the month card, and then we'll get started here. 2019. I'm hoping it's going to be an awesome year for everybody. And you have the star right there. Just saying. All right. Let's see what your theme of the month is. And then we'll get started for Sagittarius, January 2019. For love and reconciliation. Okay, so you have the Queen of Swords. So you're coming in January, kind of seeking the truth or being very clear, very just, so to speak. So if you're single, I definitely feel like you're coming in this year going, I can see clearly now. Like, I'm not laughing. It's just almost like you're going, I'm cutting out a lot of toxicity in my life. Like you've cut out people that you were dating that maybe kept telling you, oh, sure, we're going to be together forever. And then they weren't like actions speak louder than words. And you're kind of like, if you're not going to take action, I'm taking action. Because the Queen, again, is somebody who's like, she understands what she wants, and she understands when people are BSing her. I just kind of feel like you're in this area of being like, I just want honesty. And the Queen is very insightful. So if you're single, it's like you've played the games, you've dealt with the bullshit, you know how to read the red flags, and now you're ready to press on. But you're also pressing on kind of going, I'm no longer giving people the time of day that don't deserve my time, if that makes sense. So if you're single, you definitely want to get out there. If you're not, if you are out there, you're changing it up. You're kind of going, hey, I deserve better. I'm like cleaning the slate. Let's start over here. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is you are feeling like you still want the truth. There's something going on here. You don't have the truth. You haven't gotten the truth. This is about honesty. This is about clarity. Or maybe you're being honest with somebody for the first time. You're telling them why you left. You're telling them, because I feel like there's no communication right now, and there hasn't been communication for some of you for a while, for some of you for just a short amount of time. But the Queen is somebody who's like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like you're critically, not critically in a negative way, but like you're looking at things and you're analyzing them, and not over analyzing, because I feel like for some of you it's been a while and you've gone back and forth, and now you're going, no, this wasn't okay. And no, this wasn't okay either. So you're finally at that headspace where you're not angry, like mad, crying, angry, furious, whatever. You're just more like, that's not good enough for me. Unless you can be honest with me, unless you can, be open. It feels like you have been dealing with somebody that just never tells the truth, or they lie, or they cheat, and you're just kind of like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. All right, the next card you have is your current position coming into the month, and you have the Hermit. So that tells me a lot of you have been hiding out to a certain extent, kind of retreating, checking in with your inner self, maybe spirituality, because the Hermit, and you could be dealing with Virgo because that's Virgo's card, but the Hermit is somebody who is taking time out, taking time to meditate, taking time to figure out what it is they want. So if you're single, I feel like a lot of you have not been putting yourself out there and you're debating on whether you want to. And those of you who are out there, it's almost like you're doing it, but you're lackluster. You're not putting this major, wave of energy into it. You're just kind of like, I might go on a date with he or she, or I might. You may also have been dating somebody. I feel like you had to clear somebody out of your past with that queen. Like you've been dating somebody, you're waiting for it to move into a certain direction, or, they kept maybe telling you, oh yeah, eventually I want a committed relationship with you, and it wasn't happening. And so you were out of the dating game, kind of like wondering what was going to progress with this person. But I feel like it didn't happen, or it could be a couple people, and now you've kind of cleaned the slate and you're debating on getting back out there. Or again, if you are out there, you're not putting a ton of energy into it. If you're looking to reconcile, this is you very much looking inside, very much saying, I'm not ready to move on from this person, but I'm not sure that I'm ready to move on with this person. So you're not ready to move on without them, but you're not ready to move on with them either, because you have some answers, some things that need to be rectified and clarified. And you're very strong about it, and I feel like that it needs to happen. I feel like you deserve it. I feel like you put up with a lot of bullshit, and you're just kind of like, I'm over it. But at the same time, you're like taking time to heal yourself. You're taking time to regain, to build yourself back up, to build your energy back up. You've just been drained for a little bit, and hopefully 2019, you can come out of this feeling like 100 times better. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month. So anything internal. And you have the moon. So right now you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Pisces. Now, right here, the moon is it's a fear card, but it can also be an unnecessary fear. It can be an illusion. So if you're single, I feel like you're still wondering, like, you're still trying to figure out, like, when people are playing games versus not. Like, you've figured out the red flags, but I feel like you might have one or two people in your life that you're still trying to figure out, am I being played here? Are they being honest with you? Like but for some of you, you're almost like fearing something that's not happening. So either you cut somebody off recently that you've been dating or talking to, and now they're gone, but your worry is that somebody else will pull the wool over your eyes. Like somebody else will be too good to be true. Because I do feel like a lot of you have been dealing with some very unorganic energies, and just a lot of game playing, a lot of different, you're almost like, I'd rather be single and be in this hermit mode than even get back out there, than even talk to people. And that's because you have this Pisces energy inside, or mentality right now, because that's, not knowing what the future holds, but worrying about something that hasn't happened yet, if that makes sense. So you just kind of feel like no matter what you do, you're in this vicious cycle of this sucks dating wise. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, there's something you're not seeing. That's why you want answers. The moon card is about being out in the moonlight, right? And you could be in the middle of the woods and there's a giant object in front of you, and you're going, is that a freaking, bear that can eat my feet, or is that just a rock? And so you're kind of confused because you're like, which direction are we going? Like, if I took you back, or if we got back together, am I just going to be deceived all over again? Are you just going to tell me lies? Are you just going to be dishonest with me? But then at the same time, I'm not downplaying what happened or the scenario, but what I'm saying is maybe it was something that was made to be bigger than it needed to be, or maybe they've apologized and it's time for you to get over it, but your fear is overcoming that it's just going to happen again. And I think you're going to have to decide. I either take the leap and dive back in, or I don't and just move on knowing that they broke some sort of trust and I can never get that back. The next card you have is your distant past. Over the past 5-10 years, it could be, throughout your childhood. I always bring this up and read it together, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, because it is a long time ago. But this is kind of the universe piping in here saying this is either, something you don't want to bring forward this month. It's something from a past relationship that you don't want to get into the way, or a past life experience that you don't want to get in the way of something that could be coming out good here. Or it can be something, that you need to reiterate and bring forward that was a positive aspect in your past. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is making a decision. It's assessing a situation and then deciding, like weighing the pros and cons. So I feel like if you're single or looking to reconcile, that's kind of what you're doing right now. And you've had to do this in the past. And I feel like the fear is you're going to make the wrong decision, because either maybe you've made the wrong decision in the past, or you've made, the right decision. This is almost like the universe saying, pay attention. What happened in the past? Is this a cycle repeating itself? Whether you're single or looking to reconcile, is this a scenario that you've dealt with in the past? Which direction did you go? And what is the healthiest path this time? I almost feel like the universe is saying, just be careful, because maybe you're repeating patterns that you need to watch out for, or you're going for the same type of men and women that make you feel like this, make you feel like you're not getting the truth. Have you guys, if you're looking to reconcile, is this, have you done this in the past? Have you gotten back together with somebody that you shouldn't have? Or have you not gotten back together with somebody you should have? So I feel like this definitely is the universe saying, pay attention. What type of patterns are repeating, and what was the outcome here? The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past few weeks, past month or so, and you have justice. Justice is almost to the T what it talks about. It is justice. It's about getting or resolving a situation. So if you're single, I do feel like some of you cut somebody out. Some of you definitely, were like, okay, you're not giving me what I want. You're not giving me what I need. This could even just be you taking a break. This could be you saying, I'm done. I'm not I'm not going to be played for a fool, because I feel like some of you have that mentality of like, I got played for a fool, but in the end, I figured it out and justice was served, right? You got whatever it is you wanted. I also feel like you may have gotten an answer that you didn't want. Like they finally said, I just don't think that we should date anymore. Whatever it is, I feel like you got served, so to speak. It was like an absolute, like you got your answer. You kept talking to this person and you thought it was going one direction, and they finally came around and said, oh, nope, it's not going in that direction. There's something here that became an absolute, but this is also a cause and effect. And so I feel like if you're single, this is you, realizing like, hey, I put too much time and energy into people who don't treat me right. Again, this Queen of Swords who's finally like, I see what I deserve, and I'm not going to let people treat me. For some of you, and it may not resonate with a lot of you, but whoever this is, I mean, you really thought like, hey, we're going somewhere, and then it was easy for them to just be like, oh, yeah, no, I mean, I'm going to date around, and I don't think I'm going to get serious with anybody right now. I'm not. It's really weird. It's like a different change of action, different change of course. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, which, by the way, I think is exactly what needed to happen to clear the air. Now you're going back in, kind of re-energizing, and then you're going to come back out on a much better space. And for some of you, it's just you stop dating altogether, and then you're going to, like your cause and effect is, I decided not to date anymore. And the effect is, well, you're not meeting anybody. And so now I think you're heading in the direction of, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do this, maybe come out of this period of isolation or solitude. This is also Libra's card, so you could be dealing with a Libra. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is some sort of justice. Like you found out about the secret, or you found out that they were cheating or lying. It doesn't have to be that devastating. It could just be you found out maybe they lost their job, or they were lying about some sort of situation. And the justice was served. You figured it out, or you found out firsthand, but now you're pissed. And now obviously you're going, what the hell? You've been lying to me, or, it's weird. Some of you too, it's very dramatic. I can't explain it. Like some of you, it's like, you've had a kid this whole time, 2 streets over. I can't explain it. There's somebody out there who has like a major situation going on that is bleeding into this. I apologize, where it's like, just flabbergasted. I can't believe this was going on right underneath my nose. I don't know. So anyways, justice was served. You found something out, and now you're pissed, rightfully so. And now you're needing to really get the truth and find out what the heck is going on with this queen. All right. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have the World. All right. So this makes me happy, because I'm starting to think your read is like, a little Debbie Downer, and I don't want it to be that way at all. But the World is saying, okay, here we go. You're finally starting something. Now, this is the end of the major arcana, but this is a completion. This is full circle. So if you're single, you're closing out an old chapter. Whatever it was, whatever this friend with benefits situation, whatever it was with these people who were being disingenuine, you're starting fresh. Close that chapter and come out new and re-energized. Come out with a new headspace, knowing, that everything's going to be okay. The World is accomplishment, it's success, it's satisfaction. That's the direction you're heading right now. But you've had to close some things off. And it could just be that you had to decide to get back out and date again. It may just be that you've had closed doors this whole time, and now you're going to come back out and you'll have the success you're looking for. You'll have that energy. But for a lot of you, I feel like it's you've been dating, and the people you've been dating just have not been worth your time or attention, and you're done with that type of energy. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, the world is a completion as well. I hate to say it, Sagittarius, but I almost feel like you're going to have to close this chapter. Not for good, okay? Because I know you're going to be like, what? But it's not for good. It's not 100%. But you need to close off this right here, whatever this was, whatever this trust issue is that you have, whatever's going on, you need to close this off for now. And again, that may be for a week, 2 weeks, but I feel like the connection needs to be cut almost to a certain extent, because I feel like some of you have a connection, but it's very negative, or it's you want answers or they want answers or whatever. And you're not, it's like you're running in circles. You're not getting what you want right now. You want to be satisfied. You want to be happy. And the world feels like you either need to close this door and then another one will open with somebody else, or close this door, cut off that energy until they can figure out what the heck they want, what they're doing, how they can treat you with respect and whatnot. And then you can possibly reopen that door. The next card you have is the Two of Cups. Everybody says this is twin flame, karmic connection, soulmate, whatever it is to you. The Two of Cups is a beautiful card. So if you're single, I feel like there's this connection you've cut out. Now you're taking this time, and you're going to find this. This is what's coming. This is your immediate future. So your immediate future is presenting a whole new story, a whole new scenario for you, which I'm liking, because 2019, I think, is going to be a good year for a lot of people. But this is an energy I like to see, because this is moving in the right direction. This is a new beginning. This is a new passion, a new energy. This is a deep, deep, deep connection. So I feel like if you're single, you've had to cut out some shit. You really had to. And it could even be family or something like that. You've had to just, there's somebody, I don't know, they're just stabbing at me. And it's like, they're doing that to you, and that energy's coming in, and you've had to release that. And again, I keep harnessing on this, because this is you, like, spiritually and physically and everything, kind of getting your shit together and meditating and like regaining your strength, and to find this. So this is what your future holds, which is a very big, very, wonderful connection. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this person is a soulmate connection or karmic connection, whatever you believe in. Everybody has, there's 20 different ways I could put that. But this is a connection that's beyond belief. It's a beautiful connection, okay? And they have been your world. But there's something that happened that shut that down. And I feel like either you need to continue to keep the connection alive. This is almost feels like internal to me, because there's something you need answers on, or something you need an apology for, something that you need to hear, or you need to see in order to move forward with this. Now, is there a possibility? Yes. I feel like you might need to cut them off for them to realize, and when I say cut them off, you're going to be like, well, we're not together. But what I mean by that is, like, fully cut it off for them. It's kind of like you don't know what you've got until it's gone. And I feel like some of you are communicating like willy-nilly back with this person, but they're not showing you what you need. And in order to get this back to this major connection and back to this point of happiness, you either need to cut them off completely, and be like, until you can figure out what the hell you want, don't text me, don't call me. I'm not here just biding my time waiting for you. I have other things I could be doing right now. If you want this with me, you need to come full circle. You need to fess up to whatever is going on here. You need to give me the truth. You need to like make things right. And then we can be successful in this. So I feel like this is very possible for you guys to have this again. However, you know it. There's something, you need an answer, or you need to see them make an effort. Something has to change here, or it's not going to work. The next card you have is anything tangible that's going to come up throughout the month. Could be the beginning, middle, end. Could last for a week, a day, etc. You have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very generous. This is a motherly energy. People look up to this person. So I feel like if you're single, somebody's coming in and they want babies. I mean, I hate to say it, but like they look at you and go, okay, I could see myself parenting with this person, or I could see myself marrying this person, or I could see and you're going to in turn reflect on that. You're going to have this generous energy. You're going to kind of come off of this Queen of Swords energy and come more into this Queen of Pentacles. Like, well, if you show me this type of energy, I will reciprocate. If you show me this type of energy, this is what you get. So I feel like there's going to be a shift, Sagittarius, which I'm really happy about, because like I said, I was starting to think like, what is going on here? But I can see it. It's a shift. It's an energy that needs to change. And if you're single, it's because, like I said, you're cutting out. You had to cut out crap. You had to cut ties. And you had to just kind of clear the air. So if you're single, you're going to feel more like this, reciprocating a more loving energy when somebody shows you this. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, you guys might have kids together. You might have planned on having kids together in the future. But whoever this is, they almost see you as a motherly energy. It could be a fatherly energy too. It could be that like you're their peace. You're the person that they look up to. You're the person that they, you know, like what do they say? Like sometimes men marry their mothers, or women marry their fathers. I know that sounds weird, but you know what I mean. Like you're somebody that they always felt comfortable with, like taking care of with. But they took advantage somewhere here, and you're kind of like, I can get back to this place with you. We can have this connection. I can be generous with you if you can give me a reason why. There's something that they need to show you for you guys to get back into some sort. And for some of you, it's big time. It's like there was this overwhelming deceit, and it's going to take some work. You still love them. The connection's still strong. They still love you. It might have been an oops, and for some of you or them, it's a really big oops. I'm not downplaying it, but I definitely feel like in order for you to get into this headspace of being, of feeling generous towards them again, they've got to come full circle and like hone up to whatever this crap is that was going on. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month. Again, could be the beginning, middle, end. You have the Hierophant. This is you saying, I'm leaving this up to you, universe. Like, here's my higher power. I'm leaving it up to you. Because the Hierophant, and you could be dealing with a Taurus. You have a lot of people showing up. You have Taurus, Virgo, which are both earth signs. Then you have the Moon, which is a water sign. And then you have Libra, which is an air sign. So anyways, the Hierophant is, again, you trusting. This is whether you're single or looking to reconcile. This one I'm going to read together because it feels together. This is like a giant chessboard, right? And this is almost saying, you know what? I don't have time for the games. I don't have time for the bullshit. So you know what? I'm going to leave it up to faith. I'm going to leave it up to hope. I'm going to leave it up to the universe, God, whatever it is you believe in. This is you kind of going, I need that extra hand right now. I need that extra help right now. I need to feel it. I need that spirituality, which is interesting because it's right here. They're facing. The Hermit is facing. And the Hermit is a spiritual card as well. It's about meditating. It's about going within. And so I feel like this is you saying, you know what? You lead the way now, universe. I'm going to trust you. When the time is right, it's right. When I'm supposed to make a move on this giant game of life, I'll get the signal loud and clear from you. But for now, I'm going to leave it up to you. And I think whether you're single or looking to reconcile, that's the best thing to do. Because there's things that are out of your control. If you're looking to reconcile, there's some answers you need. You want this, divinity, this wonderful love, but something needs to change. You know that you deserve something better than the way you've been treated. And if you're single, it's very similar. You just have not met the people who are worth your time. And you both have put in valiant effort, so now let the universe take the wheel. The next card you have is your hopes and fears, and you have the Ace of Wands. This is a hope. This is an energy. A lot of kids coming in here. So I don't know if some of you, if you're single, if you're wanting kids, maybe you're pregnant. Maybe you're pregnant from somebody you were dating, and they're not showing up to the party. They're not showing up to be that parental figure. And if you're looking to reconcile, maybe there's kids involved. One of you is pregnant, or you were... that was the plan. Anyways, because you have all these kids showing up. The Ace of Wands is an enthusiasm. It's a passion. It's an energy. So your hope here, if you're single, is you can find somebody to have the kids with, to have the marriage, to have whatever it is to you. Traditional is so different now for everybody that whatever it is that you want, this is saying you're really hoping, you're really feeling, you're going to start feeling a passion. By the end of January, you're going to start feeling a little bit more of a lightness, a little bit more of of an enthusiasm again for love and meeting people. I think because you're going to meet somebody that you could possibly see yourself going the distance with. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, the Ace of Wands is gaining that enthusiasm and passion again for each other. Whatever this is you're waiting on, and I know I sound like a broken record. My dad always said I should be an attorney because I repeat myself, but I can't help it. Whatever this is with the Ace of Wands is like, you need to see something from them. You love them. They love you. There was a fucked up moment here somewhere, okay? And this is you saying, I need that passion and energy again. My hope is that they will come through and really show me what it is they want, what they're about, and what we can have together. But you need that from them. Otherwise, you're going to move on to something bigger and better. The next card you have is your outcome. You have this Four of Swords. So that makes perfect sense. The Four of Swords is resting, it's exhaustion, it's recuperating. So whether you're single or looking to reconcile, you both need to take a break, and rejuvenate yourself. You both need to, take a rest and let the universe let the universe take the wheel. I mean, legitimately, this is what it's coming down to. You've done all you can. If you're single, you've put yourself out there. If you're single, you've made what it is you want known. And this may be a first completion or a resting point for you if you're single, because you've met somebody. And so you're feeling like, oh, I can breathe again. I don't have to be in this hellacious dating pool. I've met somebody that I could see myself hanging out with for a while, so I'm going to take a break. You could just be taking a break from dating, period. You could just be like, hey, there's somebody out there. I know the one's out there, but I'm going to take, a minute to breathe. So I think a lot of you are coming off of a very tumultuous year to a certain extent. Very interesting. Whoa. A tumultuous year. And that may be where the resting comes in place. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this may be this break you're taking. You may be resting. You may be saying, okay, I'm stopping this communication. I'm shutting that door until you show me what I need, until you show me, where I need to be. Now, it may be that you're going to get this communication. Your outcome is that they finally come around, have the conversation that needed to be had, what have you, and then you're going to rest on it, or you're going to think about it, or you're like, maybe it's been a while and you haven't communicated, and so you're feeling like, I finally got the communication I need. Now I need to think about what's going on. Now I need to think about, where I need to put my energy. Now, your clarifying card for the outcome is Death, and I like the Death card because the Death card is about rebirth. It's about transformation. It's about changes. It's about new things coming in. So if you're single, this is like you going out in the dating world and a transformation happening, or a rebirth. Now, interestingly enough, this could be somebody from your past coming back in. This could be somebody, this queen cut off, who's coming back in, wanting to be a part of your life. And maybe it is a twin flame energy. But for majority of you, I feel like this is somebody coming in, and this is a new beginning for you. You've cut off the old chapter of whatever crap was lingering, or whatever people in your life just were weighing you down. And this is like a rebirth for you. This is you now having an awakening of what it is you want, what you deserve, and somebody new coming in. If you're looking to reconcile, this could definitely be a rebirth. But see, this goes exactly along with what I was talking about. In order to get this rebirth, you have to cut it off. So whatever's not happening that's solidifying this, or whatever's not happening that's going to satisfy this, you need to cut it off and allow this rebirth. There has to be a transformation. Right now, whatever this is, it feels ridiculous. For some of you, it feels like literally they're texting you, I love you, I miss you. And you're like, okay, I love you too. What are we doing? And then nothing. So it's like stagnation. If you're serious and you want them back in your life, then they have to work for it, and they have actions speak louder than words. I feel like it's coming, but again, in order for the rebirth to happen, it has to be cut completely off for a little bit. For some of you that may work, and for others you may be like, I'm not cutting anybody out, but it's just going to be the same cycle repeating itself. Now, your clarifying card for the distant future is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is about almost like a teamwork or a partnership. It's about goals. It's about looking forward. So if you're single, I definitely feel like somebody's coming in that makes you feel like this is somebody you could have, a partnership with, or somebody that you could have some sort of stability with. Because again, this is a teamwork, kind of an accomplishment, satisfied, which is interesting because both of these cards are a satisfaction card. Both of these cards are some sort of accomplishment. So if you're single, some people say the Three of Pentacles is third party situation, but that's not what's going on in this case at all. If you're single, this is definitely about finding somebody who's willing to go the distance, finding somebody who you're going to have that partnership, that teamwork with. I think it's coming in really quick for you for some reason. I feel like, for you, it's also somebody coming back from the past. It could be somebody that you were on a journey with, it ended, and now there's a rebirth and it's happening again. But this time you guys are really working together well. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is teamwork. This is hard work. This is, you have to go to the distance and they do too. But right now I feel like you're waiting for them to go to the distance because they haven't been. They have not been holding their weight. I feel like you can get there eventually, but like I said, this rebirth has to happen. This, you know, the teamwork has to be there. This is success. This is accomplishment. This means you can get there. This means you can have it. But at the same time, you know, the Three of Pentacles is, you know, 50-50, or you both have to put 100% effort in, and you're waiting for them to display that. You're waiting for them to, you know, man or woman up and show you, you know, what you guys could accomplish together if they can get their heads out of their butts. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's like they're just very unsatisfying right now, but eventually the situation will get there. But there's something here that they need to do in order for you guys to move on. And I really feel like it's you. I know other people are going to cross watch and say that it's Sagittarius, and that's fine. You can, you know, how you view it is how you view it. But for majority of you, I feel like you need to see the action taken on their part for you guys to get back into this connection. Okay, Sagittarius, have a great month.